Welcome to this new video where I'm going to show you how I cut this new style shaker cake top out and I assembled it. So I've actually just got a new Joy Extra and Cricut Joy Extra, which I've used to make this cake topper. And today we're going to be cutting it out and assembling it. So you can find the image on Design Space, and that's the image number there on the screen. Okay, I'll also link it to the description below. So the great thing about this topper is you can customize it to any style or color you want. So if you wanted to make a princess themed cake topper, you can just add some princess images, change the color to pink. If you wanted to make a soccer themed cake topper, you can just change it to black and white thing and add some soccer balls. Like literally you can do whatever you want with it. So we're just going to be making this base template for the purpose of this tutorial. You can also add the name of the birthday celebrants to the banner to personalize it and make it more special. Okay, so let's get rid of that image number and cut it out. So I'm going to make it 6 inches in size because I think that's the kind of average size for a cake topper, and also because I'm using the Joy Extra, I don't want it too big, but I'm pretty sure you can also cut out a big cake topper anyway. So let's go ahead and click make. Now I'm just going to show you what I do on my matte screen before I cut out my cake topper. So because I'm using the Joy, it's preset it to obviously the material size, which is 8.5 by 12, which is equivalent of an A4 size paper. So the first mat is my acetate sheet, which is for the backing and the shaker, so that's fine. The second one is my blue paper, and to maximize space, I like to move my images around on the mat, so that way I can, instead of having little scraps of paper, I would have at least half of the paper that I can reuse. So I just move things around a bit on the mats just to maximize space. So I've done it for the blue, the purple, and I'm just going to do it for the lilac one as well. That one is not so much space saving, but I can still move things around. It's absolutely fine. Okay, so once I'm happy with what my images look like on the mat, I'm going to go ahead and click the first mat and continue and cut them all out. So for the acetate, I have used a glitter card setting because I think my acetate is 14 microns or something. It's quite thick. So I think that's the setting that cut it out, and you can see it's cut it out really nicely. And I'm going to go ahead and cut all the others out and we'll assemble it. To assemble it, I'm using the Burley, both the Burley Art glue and the Beacon 3-in-1 glue, which you can find, on Amazon. So first thing I'm going to do is to assemble the banner with the glue, and then I'm going to use a double-sided foam tape to attach it to the third layer, I guess, just to give it a bit more depth. You can do as many layers as you want depending on how much volume you want. And then I'm going to assemble the shaker part. So first 2 layers and then the acetate. So I was contemplating the best way to do the shaker, and then I decided to add the double-sided foam tape to the back of the acetate, and then pour the shaker in, and then put the second layer on top of it. So I've done 3 layers of foam strips so that I can have enough depth so that it doesn't, that it would shake. It would give me a good shake when I pour in my sequins. So you can do 2, you can do 3 layers. I think I've done 2. So now I'm pouring in my sequins and my glitter. You can use whatever color you want depending on the theme. And then I'm putting my second layer on top of it. So I have my shaker. And then I now use my double-sided foam tape to add it to the next layer. You can add more foam tape, but because I'm just doing it for the tutorial, I made it quite simple. But you can, you can add many layers, you can add more foam tape, and also to stick it to the acetate, I've used glue. But you can add foam tape if you want, but I just don't like how it looks at the back, so that's why I've used glue, because I want it to be nice and clear. And then I will stick the happy birthday on the text on. You can also just use an offset to make another layer of that if that's what you want. But, for the purpose of this tutorial, this is nice and simple. And then the next thing is you just want to stick your banner on. Now, because the shaker already has quite a bit of depth, I'm just going to stick 3 layers of double-sided foam on the edge of it, like so. And then I will just use the glue for the middle part, okay? So it's nice and aligned and flat. And that's it. That's the basis of your cake topper. If you printed an image, you can stick it on, decorate it the way you want. And then I'm just going to use my hot glue gun to just stick my cake topper stick to it. And that's it. We're all ready. Have your cake topper. Hope you enjoyed